Hello, I'm Kevin Benedict, Senior Vice President of Solution Strategy. In this episode, we're going to talk all about the evolution of marketing and what's happening in marketing right now. And our special guest today is Shalini Mitha from SAP, your global head of product marketing for
Correct.
SAP Customer Experience.
Yes, I am.
And SAP C4HANA.
Yes.
Yay.
So thank you for having me here, Kevin. I'm so excited to be with all of you and to share what we're seeing in the market today. Yes, I lead product marketing at SAP Customer Experience, and it's an exciting time. Let me tell you, we've been talking to our customers. I'm going to share some of the insights with you, but it's definitely an exciting time today in our industry.
Oh, that's super. And you are very busy right now.
Yes, we
coming up
are.
in a couple weeks is CX Live in Barcelona.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So excited. I want to invite all of you to register and attend this 2-day event in Barcelona, October 10th and 11th. You're going to be joining us as well.
Yes,
We're
I will
very
be there.
excited. And there's 50,000 space of the Grand Fira in Barcelona that we're going to transform into SAP Customer Experience Live. 250 plus sessions, influencers, thought leaders, our executive team, as well as customers are going to share best practices and stories.
Wow.
So we are so excited. We are in the trenches of building content and transforming the convention center to be one giant party. So don't have FOMO. Come register and attend and join me in
Awesome.
Barcelona.
Well, thank you for that, and I will. So that'll be a pleasure too. So SAP's not always been in this space in a big way.
Well, you know, what we're seeing is, SAP has years of understanding industries and technology. Our customers are transforming, and because our customers are transforming, we need to transform to meet their business needs.
Okay.
We're seeing technology go from on-premise to cloud because it's really important to have technology that can empower customer experience as well as every part of your business. But we're also seeing the way consumers are buying and selling changing, right? Going from to subscription services.
Right.
We're seeing the Amazons and the Ubers of the world really changing the industry and what customers want. And as a result, we're adapting to meet our customers' needs.
And, SAP has a long time been involved in the ERP and the supply chain, and then there's success factors, and there's Ariba, and there's all these kind of back-end systems. Now you guys are really looking at that customer experience space.
Exactly.
And there's been a series of acquisitions, and it's been pulled in, and you're really focused on that area. Why is that?
Because our customers are demanding it. We are seeing our customers as having more expectations, right? And they are really the center and forefront of what we're trying to do. And this is the time to go beyond the traditional CRM systems that have always been about transactions and sales opportunities.
Right.
And to really understand the entire journey of the customer experience. We want to build a lifelong relationship because let's say they bought a marketing solution and tomorrow they might need a sales solution or they might need to create a digital presence. And so you keep that conversation going, and it's really important that you become trusted advisors. And what we're finding is it's not a single organization that owns the relationship with the customer. Every employee in your business needs to be empowered on how they interact with customers, right? From sales to customer service to marketing to your digital presence, your online presence. It's really important that it's all connected. And that's why we understand that it's about intelligent customer engagement, bringing all those organizations together and helping technology to empower it with a single technology suite that really goes beyond what traditional CRM has been designed for.
And I think it's really powerful that you guys organize internally at SAP under customer experience.
Exactly.
Because it's really about that, right? It doesn't, when it comes to renewals, people are going to look at their experience in support, their experience in delivery, their experience all the way up and down. So it's the experience which is going to have them renew and continue to subscribe and do business with you and have that ongoing relationship. So at Sapphire this year, Bill McDermott up front, the CEO of SAP, talked a lot about the intelligent enterprise.
Yep.
and how visibility to the data, which will allow you to provide an optimized customer experience, is important, and it needs to be done in a way where there's intelligence across the board.
Yep.
What does that mean from a marketing perspective?
Intelligence is key. We have all this data, we have all this information, but it's how it's consumed and how it's presented that becomes the crux of how you use it, right? So for sales, it's still about the relationship, but imagine if you could have your sales focus on leads and opportunities and have a higher propensity to close. And that's based on historical information. Through machine learning and artificial intelligence, you're creating automation with your sales organization, so they're using intelligence.
Wow.
And this can be applied to various parts of your organization. Think about service. If you had a washing machine and you can predict based on historical call center volumes how long somebody had a machine before maybe the motor's going to run out, or you're going to have a missing part that's going to need to be replaced, and you can proactively contact the customer and let them know how, just check in. How is their washing machine doing? Is it providing the service it needs? And that's the intelligence that's needed today, is to make it more prescriptive and predictive, to put the intelligence back into every organization that talks to customers. And that's where SAP is really competitively advantaged. We have the data. 76% of the world's transactions run through SAP systems.
Wow,
So we have a
that's
lot of
powerful.
data and across 25 industries. So when you're using that as your foundation, we can help companies and organizations use intelligence to better engage with their customers.
No, that's excellent. So for those that perhaps aren't intimately familiar with the new kind of branding of SAP C4HANA,
Yes.
formerly SAP Hybris, got rebranded. What is under that umbrella now?
Yep. So SAP Customer Experience is the name of our business division. And within it, we have a technology suite called SAP C4HANA. And what that is, it's a suite of solutions that are across commerce, so Commerce Cloud, Marketing Cloud, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, with a customer data and identity management layer below it, built on the SAP Cloud platform. So one technology suite that really allows you to connect with your customers and have intelligent engagements. We've brought together many acquisitions like Hybris, Calidus Cloud, Gigya, best of breed solutions to really create this one technology suite. And it made sense that we didn't want to rebrand SAP, Calidus, Gigya. We wanted to bring it all together under the SAP umbrella, leverage the power that SAP provides, and put it under the SAP Customer Experience umbrella, which makes sense because it's all about customer experience, right?
Absolutely.
And the technology that's driving that is called SAP C4HANA.
Excellent. Thank you for clarifying that and sharing it and introducing it to people that aren't familiar with that. Now, you're a marketer,
Yes.
professional marketer at the highest levels here. SAP's, a premier company out there, been around forever. What have you seen from your perspective as a marketer? How has marketing changed over the last 5 years?
There's been a lot of changes, but I think what's driving it is the customer, right? I mean, customers have such expectations now. They have so many choices. I mean, so many choices that it's confusing. And there's a level of trust that they're expecting now. We've seen so many data breaches across financial institutions, social channels, just regular brick and mortar stores where our data and our personal information is getting misused. So there is an expectation that you respect your customer and how you engage with them. And it's gone beyond personalization without being creepy, right? I mean, I think a lot of us, when we search on something, all of a sudden it's showing up in our Facebook feed.
Yep.
And I, don't always want that to show up. But I think what's really important is, we used to market to an audience. So if we had a marketing solution to CMOs or sales solution to CSOs and CROs, but within there, they're each individuals. So you can't just market to a segment, you gotta market to an individual. And you gotta understand where they are in their journey to better provide them solutions.
And that's data. That's more data.
And that's all
along the
about
way.
data. And that's why it's important that you're connecting not only, your marketing organization works with your sales organization, who works with the service organization, and we know everything that's happening on the digital storefront, right? All of that data, no matter what touch point you are as a customer, you're engaging with the brand. And for you, if you're engaging with Nike, for example, it doesn't matter if you're talking to a call center, you're walking into a store, you're searching for a shoe on their website. For you, it's just Nike. And the expectation is every customer has that of every brand, and not just B2B, I mean, not just B2C, but B2B too. And we found this new, Bill Price wrote a book called Your Customer Rules, and it's about me to be, and it really is, right? And it's about me as an individual. Know who I am, know what I want, and help guide me. And that becomes the crux of marketing today, is you need to market to an individual, no matter where they are, whether in a B2B environment or B2C, it's about the person.
So when I look at the traditional relationship between sales and marketing, sometimes there was conflict.
Yes.
You know, marketing.
Always blaming.
Yeah,
right?
sales is always sales always looks at marketing and says, I need better leads.
Yeah.
And
Marketing's
marketing.
like, I'm giving to you, why aren't you closing them?
Yeah, why aren't you closing? Look, I gave you all these. Your
Yes,
percentages
yes,
suck. You know, what's the
yes.
problem out there? How is that changing when more and more intelligence is being built in to marketing and sales?
You know, I always think that all this automation and everything being digital, there's still an element of human interaction. And so at SAP, what we've done is we partner with our sales organization and the regional leads, and we have, you know, every 2 weeks we're on a phone call looking at how the leads and opportunities are doing, what's working, what's not, so we can adjust in real time. And it's really a partnership. So that blame game, I mean, yes, it still happens, but what we're trying to do is create this partnership, and it's not you versus me, it's together. We want to better connect with our customer. We want to deliver the right solutions, and we want to create lifelong customers. So we can only do it as a partnership. And it goes beyond sales and marketing too, right? It's everybody in your organization needs to be empowered. And they say happy employees make happy customers,
Right.
and it's really true. And so if you can put the insights in place through technology, through people, and through processes to empower everybody to have the knowledge they need to have better conversations and to better target customers and to better provide solutions to the customer's issues, then I think in the end, the partnership grows and you have happy customers.
Wonderful. So you pointed out that, you know, customers are individuals that are humans, individuals with their own likes and dislikes and preferences and things like that. So let's also get personal, not only with customers, but with your role.
Yep.
So how is, in your role, if we look back at your calendar, let's say 3 years ago, how would what you were doing there and what you're doing now, how would that have changed because of all the digital technologies and perhaps changing consumer behaviors and things?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think right now as a marketer, what we're trying to figure out is what is the best medium? What is the best way to connect with our customers? Because, you know, they say it takes, 8 seconds to engage a customer, but 1 second to lose their trust, right? 1 second, 1 moment. And so we're always looking for creative ways to better reach our customers. And there's all different mediums, through social channels, through personal events, and really find the balance, right? What works and what doesn't. And it's a lot trial and error, and a lot trying to be creative and think outside of the box. Last year we did this event where we did it in 3 cities, and it was 24 hours live. We started in Singapore, went to Munich, came to New York, and then we had all the content available on demand. And I will say, it was very successful because people could tune in when they wanted, and then they could also listen on demand to replays. But it's really,
and that's different.
Yeah, and it was really exciting, and 24 hours straight, there was no break in content. But I think it's really just trying to continue to evolve and being open to change, because our customers are changing, industries are changing, businesses are changing, and you have to be open to and be receptive to saying, okay, this worked last year, but it's not going to work this year, right? And I think that's just part of the process.
So as a follow-up question to that, how have you seen customer content consumption behaviors change? Are they behaving differently on the websites than they used to? Are they downloading? Are they going to different sources for their content? What do you see out there as a marketer?
Yeah, I mean, because there's so many different mediums, I mean, we find when people are coming to websites, they're really looking for specific product-related content.
Okay.
And we see YouTube as a place where people are going for training and content, and we find shorter form always works better. I think the attention span these days are, there's so much going on. If you could give me the Cliff Notes version of what you're trying to tell me, in a couple of minutes, we find that is working. But then when they're engaging, when they want to learn more about one of our products, like our Sales Cloud or Service Cloud, they want longer form content because they want to get a deep dive. And they want it from the experts. And I think what we're really finding out is it's about authenticity, and the person delivering the content needs to look like needs to be, the person that's the expert on that content. And authenticity today, I think, is really important because we hear, a lot about what's going on in the world, and they want people to be truthful, right? And they want to know the good and the bad.
Right.
So, not all technology is perfect, but tell me what you can do today and tell me what's on your roadmap.
Right.
And so we're really finding that authenticity, shorter form content, and really understanding and researching how different of the mediums through the social channels are working.
So you were using the word authenticity. What does that mean to you guys? Because we make video here, so some of the things that we do, and sometimes there's a criticism that something might be overproduced.
Yep.
So it's all glossy, there's
Exactly.
no blemish, everything glows, and so somebody might look at that and go, that's just a commercial.
Well,
Because it's overproduced.
and-
So what does authenticity mean?
and I think in some cases that's great, right? When you're opening up a show or
Yeah.
you're trying to create kind of excitement about your brand,
Yeah.
there's really nothing wrong with that. But one of the things that I think really important is how you humanize your brand, and that your brand goes more than just selling a product or service. It's about what you stand for. And with SAP, we have the best run businesses, and it's about connecting the world, and it's about making the world a better place. And because we want to feel good at the end of the day, you want to connect with, you want to be a part of a brand that makes you feel like it's something that you believe in.
Yeah.
And I think we're seeing more and more that if brands are standing for something that's contrary to what customers believe in, that they're switching. Because it's more than just buying a product or service anymore. It's about you're embracing the brand. And so I think authenticity is just about being genuine. And it doesn't mean you can't have pomp and circumstance, but I think it's the content needs to speak for itself.
So what's burned into my mind is this image of a rhinoceros.
Yes, exactly.
What does that stand for?
Well, it's about saving the planet,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, we sell technology,
Yeah.
right? But our technology is helping, provide water to countries that don't have it, to save rhinoceros who might be going extinct,
Yeah.
to looking at alternative energy sources like windmills. And so that's important to us,
Yeah.
right? It's important that what we're doing as a business is really helping the world make a better place. And part of customer experience, we're really about helping our customers connect with purpose and connect with their customers, because then we feel good about what we're doing and the solutions that we're selling.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. Now, everything that we're talking about requires a lot of data, as we talked about. If you're looking at an individual and you're selling to an individual and you want to give an individual the optimized and most beautiful customer experience, you have to know a lot. So how do you create that trusted relationship with a customer where you need to say to them, I can give you the best experience possible, but I need a lot of data from you. So how do you create that partnership where there's trust being developed?
Yeah, so what part of our acquisition was Gigya, which is about customer identity and access management. It's about identifying your customer, creating that conversation with them, profiling them, and then doing progressive profiling so you really understand what they want. And I think that's where there's a fine line, right? So it's about your customer comes to your website. It's kind of like you're not going to give all your information on a first date,
Right.
You're going to slowly give them more information about your likes, your dislikes. In the beginning, it's all great, and you're everything's perfect. You're an Olympic athlete, and you're Einstein.
Yeah.
But I think what's important is that you work together with your customer, right? So if they come to your website and download something, that the first thing, maybe you just ask them for their email, and then you understand what more content that they want, and then you can invite them to an event. And it's really becoming a trusted advisor. I think that's really important, that you're not spamming them, right? So they downloaded something on our Sales Cloud, but we're not spamming them with Marketing Cloud or Commerce Cloud information if they're not interested yet, right? We need to understand what their needs are. And I think that's what happens is you get a contact in your database and then you start spamming them. Now with GDPR, which is the data protection policy regulation that's been put into place when you do business with people in the European Union and European residents, there's now a law where you can get fined, right? But I think you could use that as a best practice and be getting a competitive advantage, because what we're seeing is customers have expectations that you're not going to misuse their data. So, and only provide them content they want, and no more can you just resell lists to partners. And so I think it's really important that you're building that relationship, your online relationship with them, as well as the human interaction, to progressively profile what they want.
That's terrific. Well, thank you for sharing your insight and your brilliance.
Thank you for having me here. This has been so fun.
Absolutely. And we want to put in another plug for CX Live in Barcelona. Guys, it's Barcelona.
It's Barcelona.
I mean, how much do we have to sell this, right?
Yes. So please register. Join us October 10th and 11th in Barcelona. 2 days of amazing content. Hear from influencers like Kevin and customers and our executives. Hear about roadmaps. You want to be there.
All right. So thanks for joining us, and stay tuned for more Deep Dive with Kevin Benedict.